Hey everyone, so I wanted to do this weekend energy read, which I don't normally do, but I felt the need to do so. On my Facebook page, I usually post weekly guidance and things like that, energies, advice, but being an empath, being sensitive, I'm really feeling the energies lately. Very tired, very drained, extra sensitive, and this eclipse in Cancer is not helping with the sensitivity, being that I have a moon in Cancer as well. So for those of you with a lot of planets in Cancer or, moons, risings, things like that, I'm sure a lot of you are feeling this energy too. It's to the point that particular people walk into the room that may have some heavy energies, and I feel like I have to run for the hills and, run the opposite direction. So I'm going to do a weekend card pull. Of course, these energies that come up can go well into the week and can even be themes for people, for the next month or so. So just be open to that. But I definitely feel like I want to give you guys some guidance on the energies that are surrounding us right now. All right, let's focus on the energies, the current energies. What does everyone need to hear right now? Guidance for everybody. Give me some guidance on the current energies for everybody, please. What is the most important message of this spread, please? All right, you guys, the most important message we have coming through, it's about taking control of certain situations in your life right now. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very strong-minded, someone who's courageous, someone who's not afraid to take control, speak their truths. Very courageous type energy. It's fiery energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. And we're going to be moving into Leo season very soon. So finishing up Cancer season, move into Leo season. Here we're talking about the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups has to deal with love. It's the union between, the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies, those polar opposites. So just so everyone understands, divine feminine does not necessarily mean female. There are males who can have that energy, especially involving the twin flame union, soulmate connections, those type of energies. Divine masculine can very well be a female. It's whatever the energies are, and it's like the runner chaser. The chaser could be the male while the runner is the female, and vice versa. So this is talking about taking a step forward, grabbing the bull by the horns, taking control in this kind of situation. So the energies that are coming through, I think for a lot of people, you're going to see there's going to be movement, especially moving into Leo season. The sun is going to be extremely important for energies is what I'm feeling here. The sun is going to impact a lot of things. So when the sun moves into Leo, I feel as though We're going to be getting more out of our Cancer crab shells that many of us are in right now, including myself, because right now it's about recharging the batteries before the action happens. And Sun is Leo energy. So that runs from, late July to late August. I believe August 23rd starts Virgo season. So I really think the energy is going to impact a lot of people. A lot of situations involving the home and family life, children, yes, relationships, all types of home life scenarios, whether you want to leave somebody or whether you want to start a new relationship with someone, whether you're single and moving into a relationship. All these energies, I think we're going to see a huge change here. I think many are dealing with burdens. The 10 of Wands is all about burdens, uphill battles, things like that. Many people are dealing with that right now. But being in this whole Cancer mode and Cancer season, people right now, aren't taking the action and the steps forward. So I really think that there's going to be a huge change in energies. People are going to be more speaking the truths. Why? Because they want happiness, because they've been suffering from burdens for so long and they haven't been focused on their self-happiness. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups typically deals with self, the person. Just like the 9 of Pentacles is like the single card, the 9 of Cups is talking about that single life before the union with the 10 of Cups here. So I think there are going to be unions ahead for people. And why? We have eclipses affecting certain events too. This is the universe's way of stepping into situations that have been stagnant, that many have been going through. So 5 of Wands, we're talking about action here, action-packed. We have King of Pentacles, that can represent Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I see, a lot of people that are dealing with these earth signs, typically our slower movers, are really going to be impacted by this 5 of Wands type energy and the eclipse type energy. So 8 of Pentacles can be people who are trying to avoid life situations through work. But what I'm really feeling in this spread is that it's more about the person here that you're dealing with, that divine feminine, that divine masculine energy, putting in the work here, taking control with the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody who has gained a lot of wisdom over the years. So a lot of this energy that we've been going through with the stagnation, slow moving, hangman type energy, it's people gaining perspectives. Why? Because some people need to gain perspective before they move forward, before they become that Emperor wise type energy. And the Emperor is action-packed. That's the sign of Aries, so more fire energy. So when this Sun moves into Leo, I think you're going to see a lot of changes in these love situations, especially the twin flame soulmate type energies. What do we have next? The Magician. That's somebody who manifests, somebody who takes control. They have all the tools knowingly. Okay, so everything that you have is enough to manifest your desires. So there are many who may be in that mode right now that are worried to move forward, second guessing themselves about specific unions and specific decisions they have to make. 3 of Wands, that talks about your ships coming in. That talks about movement going forward. The seeds were already planted with the 2 of Wands. A direction was already chosen, but now it's talking about manifesting. So a lot of manifesting here. Someone taking the reins with the Chariot. The Chariot deals with choosing a specific direction. Also deals with, movement forward, taking control of particular situations that are going on in your life, love relationships. What do we have? Judgment and the Hierophant. Judgment talks about a rebirth. It talks about healing energies. So that can be exes coming back together. It can be that twin flame union, people coming together. Judgment can talk about somebody from the past, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. Judgment can be healing a relationship you had with somebody, apologies being said, things like that. Judgment also deals with, it's atonement is what judgment stands for. So righting the wrongs. Next to the Hierophant here, there are going to be some people whose butts are being called to the table is what I'm feeling with Judgment. Some people who are going to have to right wrongs. With the Hierophant, that's the sign of Taurus, so more earthy energy. There are many people who are in certain relationships, specific relationships in unions, because we have religion with the Hierophant. Some people have chosen not to leave relationships because of certain beliefs in religion, also traditional family values and things like that. So, you know, for many of those out there, I think some people are going to be stepping into a more spiritual type aspect and moving away from, well, my parents did this, so I have to do that, or, you know, my religion says A, B, and C. With Judgment here, I think people in certain situations are going to be called to the table, and people are going to be see through some of these things, see the more spiritual aspect of everything that's going on in these connections with the Judgment card here. So there's going to be a lot going on with unions, with marriages, things like that. So let's clarify some of these energies for you guys. And, you know, the reason I feel that many connections are going to be coming together is because we have the Sun and the Ten of Cups. So with the Sun illuminating things, bringing happiness, yes, children are part of the picture. The children are represented in this card. Ten of Cups, some of these unions can bring children into the picture, but I definitely can see that, you know, with the Sun and the Ten of Cups here, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be illuminated. What people truly actually want in relationships, marriages, and unions, what makes them happy. Let's clarify the Sun, please. Yeah, major change in direction with the Eight of Wands, and Leo season is in August. So August representing the number 8. Also, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So July and August. This energy here with the Seven of Pentacles is somebody who's been waiting for things to happen in their life. There's many energies like that out there. A lot of people are waiting and waiting for these connections to happen, for unions to happen. For some of you, you're going to be taking the action here. You're going to be choosing a direction. You're going to be moving forward, and things are going to happen fast. So I think right now a lot of people are in that Four of Swords mode, the healing, the recharging the batteries before all these changes happen. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands, please. Let's clarify these burdens. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so more earth energy. Knight of Pentacles is slow-moving energy. So there's a lot of people that have been waiting because the other person is very slow. It's the slow-moving energy. Why? Because they have other burdens that they have to maybe deal with right now, especially if there's third-party situations that a lot of people are stuck in because they're not with the person that they're necessarily supposed to be with. Some people are still dealing with karmic connections and having to break free of those connections. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles, please. Decisions, and the Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles now twice. We have the Eight of Pentacles next to the King of Pentacles, and that came out to clarify. Somebody here has been hard at work. Okay, some have just been working in order to not have to deal with making a decision, and that's this Knight of Pentacles slow energy. But with these eclipses that are coming up, people are going to be, you know, possibly forced to make decisions somehow, some way. The universe steps in and brings things to light. Let's clarify this Eight of Pentacles since it keeps coming up. Give me more on the Eight of Pentacles, please. Yep, we have Hermit mode, which is the sign of Virgo. So the Hermit is somebody who is going deep, deep within. So kind of like we're in Cancer season right now, Cancer the crab in the shell. Someone here is gaining wisdom, okay? So there can be a lot of internal work that's being done right now. This doesn't necessarily talk about people who are just working in order to avoid situations. It also talks about a lot of internal work that is being done here with the Hermit card. So for some of you, everyone's waiting for that action-packed movement, right? But before that happens, what do we have to do? We have to do the work within. Because if you start a connection too soon with somebody that hasn't done the work that's needed and released a lot of the ego aspects, what's going to happen with that relationship? It's probably just going to go sour. Let's clarify the Emperor, please. Give me more on the Emperor. And the Emperor is someone who's going through a maturity process. Someone who is mature, someone who's wise, somebody who's done the work internally. Waiting, here we go, Three of Wands. Action-packed energy. This person has put in the work and are now waiting for their ships to come in. Things are just on the horizon. So this is important for you guys to understand going through these situations and, you know, relationship struggles. But we do have manifestation. We do have the ships coming in. We do have a change in direction, choices and decisions that are being made here with the Chariot and with Judgment involving family situations, love, all those things that go together. Let's clarify Judgment. We have the Sun. Someone choosing what truly makes them happy, okay? Some are dealing with extremely tough decisions. There's secret relationships, things that aren't fully shown. The High Priestess is talking about using your intuition to make a decision. What do you feel on the inside? What truly makes you happy? These are things that are going to start really coming to the surface. And for those that are in relationships that are karmic right now and, you know, have decisions that have to be made, you know, internally, you know, this isn't the right situation for me. So people are going to be making decisions based on their happiness, based on what makes them feel good on the inside. And again, with the Sun, we're talking about Leo season here. So let's remember, Leo season is going to be a lot more action-packed for people, whereas Cancer season we're going through right now is more of an internal season, recharging the batteries, seeing things from a different perspective, finding the light. So, you know, some, yeah, dealing with some painful endings, but again, the clouds are parting, so when one chapter closes, another opens. But yeah, these can be painful situations with the Hierophant involving family. So yeah, there can be kids involved, certain situations that you need to speak your truths, you know, what really makes you happy. And that may involve hurting some feelings. What guidance do we need? Weekend energies, please. All right, very important cards here. First, we have perfect setting, then empowerment, then ideal course of action. This all goes together. Perfect setting is talking about the perfect timing for these things to take place, because certain situations, they have to serve everybody. Okay, they have to be the right timing for everybody, especially those that are involved with third-party things, stuff like that. So, you know, empowerment, ideal course of action. So let's get into some of these cards. I'm going to start with the perfect setting first. Perfect setting is saying if you have a goal or vision, provide the right surroundings for the dream to flourish. So that's again coming back to everything has to be the right time, the right place, all of that. This is going to create fertile soil for everything to root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. So for those of you, you have to continue being patient that are in these connections, because if you push people too hard, you can make them what? Back away from you, back away from the situation. So patience is definitely going to be needed here for those that are in these situations and know you're in the situation. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is all in the details: position, sun, soil, air, water, and nourishment. So let's talk about empowerment. Empowerment is saying the moment for respect for life and all living things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of the earth is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. In a lot of these connections, you have to have compassion for, the other person that's going through this 10 of Wands burden type energy, those that have to make tough decisions. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that had not occurred to you earlier. And that input can be coming from the universe in the form of numbers. Master numbers like 11, 22, 33, all different types of numbers. If you're seeing eights, if you're, whatever it is, 717, 818. All right, and then the ideal course of action. It is easy to be overwhelmed in these new endeavors. Simplify your plans. Envision what it is that you'd like to accomplish and eliminate self-sabotage. And by eliminating self-sabotage, that also leads to your empowerment. Do things through daydreaming and visualizing what delights and inspires you. Trust that this is an important phase. So these are important phases, even if they do not seem like there's much action going on and it's more quiet. It's an important phase because it's important to the other person to gain the wisdom needed to move forward into a healthy connection. One more, please. All right, so we have no place like home that we're going to start with. So the meanings of this are authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, and arriving at a place where you just fit and being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure, it's comfortable, and it's a place to rest. It's a place that is known to you. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify, and we're talking about empowerment here for many of you. You know who you are. You hold your head high. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. This is what you need. You're in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety and comfort. So this is what we're going to be stepping into. By you being empowered in your own skin, you're going to help to attract that relationship to you. It's all about empowerment. So we also have round and round, and this card talks about going through the same cycles and needing to break those cycles. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. So for some of you who are feeling the need to keep pushing and pushing on certain connections, this is a message to step back, because you're going to create some of the same situations over and over. And of course, that's not everybody. It's a reminder that although it may appear you've gone backwards, the truth is you're standing at a higher level looking down at your circumstances. So again, this is like a different perspective, also hermit mode. If you're wondering how you got here again in a relationship, does something feel familiar? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person. They may not look similar, but you attracted them because of the qualities. Relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person to the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot on a familiar place. That's fine, as you get to do things again, but only differently this time. So it's talking about learning your lessons, doing things differently this time in relationships, so you don't create that same pattern over and over again. So these are definitely messages that certain people need to hear. I think a lot of people, you just have to keep the faith, especially going through this Cancer season and this eclipse in Cancer opposing Pluto and Capricorn. That's an opposition, which means there's going to be challenges for people. For those that have been refusing to make decisions, carrying burdens, things like that. So remember, when we hit Leo season in later July, which isn't too far down the road, it's going to be more of an action-packed month, July through August, with this fire energy. All right, you guys, I hope that this helped many of you out going through these situations, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care.